One bag of gold medal pan me now. Champion boy, you know the damn thing. Pan a podium a sing anthem. Yellow moon. Man, shell of the goddamn boy.
How you doing, everybody? It's Dre The Bull, Andre Harrison, getting ready to fight for the WSOF World Title, March 18th. I'm fighting for the WSOF title. It feels like a relief. You put in hours upon hours, days upon days of training, and you finally get to a stage where people start to recognize what you do. They start to recognize all the hard work you put in, and start to appreciate it. And you get into a point now where it's like, all right, this is like real, like it's on now. So it's a great feeling. You sacrifice pretty much everything. I mean, you can't eat what you want to eat when you want to eat it. You can't party. You can't hang out with friends the same way you would, and just pretty much everything. I mean, oftentimes I'll do interviews and they'll be like, well, outside of fighting, what are you doing? It's like, there's an outside of fighting? I didn't really realize that. I mean, legit, I'm not a selfish guy when it comes to training, as far as my teammates. So even if I'm not in fight camp, if one of them are in fight camp, then that means I'm in fight camp because I have to be there to help them. And I can't just, give a round here or there. I have to be there to help them. So if they need me to train for 3 or 4 rounds straight, 5 rounds straight, whatever they need, I'll be there, and I'll be able to do so. So, I mean, I'm always working out, man. It's gym life for real, champion lifestyle for real. It's not just a hashtag with me. Yeah, man, my daughter definitely inspires me. Just this last time she was like, oh, I know how we was watching my fights on TV, and she was like, I know how this fight goes. Daddy wins because Daddy always wins. And so, it's like one of my driving forces to keep that saying, there. Like, I don't want her to ever say, well, except for this top. Nah, it's always the same thing. Daddy wins, Daddy always wins. That's just what it is. Having a team like Bellmore Kickboxing and Scarola Jits, it means everything. I mean, show me your friends and I'll show you who you are, So Keith is extremely tough, extremely, straightforward, and, just overall a great person. And the same can be said about everybody there. Spiro Volantis, Joe Scarola, everybody that I train with. All my teammates there, extremely tough, and they're going to be guys that always are looking to, stick it out and do whatever it needs to be done, to get their hand raised. And so with that mentality, just being a mentality at the gym, that you have no choice but to either fall in with it or move to a different gym. And so, it means everything to have those guys around me. Lance Palmer is definitely a tough guy. He himself belongs to a really, really good camp. And, I know he has a good wrestling background. Similar, I have one as well. So I think we match up well in that department. He has a couple finishes by submission. So, I think I have a good ground game. We match up well in that department, and stand-up wise, everything. Everything stacks up pretty good. I think my stand-up is a little bit better. Be definitely looking to display that come March 18th. And but he definitely is a tough guy, man. He's gonna. I watched his last fight with Almeida, and I saw him take a big shot and pretty much go flat and pop back up, and did whatever he needed to do to etch out that win. And that's a tough thing to come by. So he's definitely a tough dude. He's definitely gonna be looking to bring the fight, but so am I. I'm going for 3rd round finish, TKO. I do have a moment where I knew I was supposed to be fighting, but it wasn't from an actual event that happened at the gym. Long story short, I saw an interview online, one of my favorite rappers, and he was talking about, if you prayed on something and you got the answers, then, you have to abide by what answers you got. And so I was getting ready to head to the gym, but I had no money to get there. and legit all I had was, I looked around the house for like quarters and everything, and I legit found just enough money to jump on the bus and get to the gym. And I prayed before I left. I said, if it's meant for me to fight, then I'll find a way, I'll get a ride back home, or, somebody give me some type of, maybe somebody bought double the food and they bought me food too, something while I was there, so that way it wasn't like I left the gym hungry with and had to walk home. And legit, as I'm walking to the bus stop, somebody who I'm not even in contact with messaged me and asked if they can pay me for a training session that same exact day. And I think it was like they offered the price. They put it out there. It was like, listen, I'll give you $100 if you can train me for an hour today. Such and such canceled on me. And I was like, yeah. And right away I was like, all right, well, it's not in question. I got to devote everything that I got towards this career and see where it takes me. I think a lot of people in the wrestling community are going to want to tune in to see, like, they're probably going to look at it like whoever wins would have won if we wrestled each other or something like that. Or, they're just going to tune in. It's just going to bring a lot of eyes from that realm. And, it's gonna be a good fight, man.
Young boy, me never get no right for you mash up the place, so I kill them with baseline. Alright, me woulda be them favorite if me chat up with them and gossip up with them.